get started. For the record, this is the Newark City School District Board of Education regular meeting being held at Roosevelt Administrative Offices, November 16, 2015. It's now 6:30 p.m. Jeff, call the roll, please.
Mr. Blowers? Here. Mr. Carr?
Here.
Mr. Harden?
Here.
Ms. Nickum?
Here.
Mr. Blind?
Here.
We have a quorum of 5.
Okay, Mr. Carr, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next on the agenda is resolutions and recognitions.
Yeah, I'd like Mr. Wilkins and Mr. Howard come up to the podium, please. This is our band director and assistant band director, and did want to congratulate them and recognize them on, was this 36 years?
Yep.
36 years of competing in the state band competition, and this year we were at, I believe, Wadsworth? Brunswick, one of those schools up north. And I'm going to let Zach talk to you, but before they do, I mentioned earlier that during our band competition a few weeks back, we had a couple large bands, bigger schools, go in front of us, and we went on right after them. And I do put an asterisk here, from the untrained eye, our kids matched any band down there that day, step for step, and I was really proud of our kids. And then we went on to the next level. And Zach or Lee, you want to take?
Sure. Do I use my? That's a stupid one. I mean, I could just talk.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we went up to Brunswick. Gosh, what was it? The 6th.
Yep.
Yep, and performed at 8 o'clock and managed to get a superior rating, which is our 20th since 1991. You know, good accomplishment for our kids. Certainly, a lot of work went into the season. Kids work from July pretty much all the way up until the end of November. So, you know, certainly it was a good team effort. Kids did great. Parents did great. You know, all kudos go to them. So.
And the two of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
36 straight years. Are either one of you 36 years old?
I'm 31. You're 31.
I'm 31 too.
Yeah. So it's 1980 was the first year OMEA had state finals, and we've been there ever since. And we're one of only, I think, 4 bands in the state that have been there for 36 years, but we're the only one in Class AA. Lancaster's at 35. I think Grove City's at 35. They had their 1-year shutdown, which kind of knocked them out. But yep, we're the only band so far that has been there every year. There's been one, so I'm proud to keep that going.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, we'll move to communications from the floor. If anyone would like to address the board, please step into the podium, give your name, your address, and you'll have up to 5 minutes to speak. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. Treasurer's recommendations, Jeff.
Item 2A is approval of minutes Board of Education meeting for the regular meeting on October 12th, 2015. Item 2B is approval of October financial statements and payment to the vendors. We had interest earned in the amount of $7,723.19. The fund balances, as general fund is at $26,370,000. Bond retirement is $3,450,000. Permanent improvement is $1,200,000. Building fund has $100,000. Food services is $1,280,000. OSFC project locals $120,000. OSFC project state shares $1,610,000. Insurance funds is $3,170,000. Classroom facilities is $2,560,000. Miscellaneous others $150,000. Total is $40,006,000. Item 2C is approval of the permanent supplemental appropriations resolution. We have 3 additions to that. Fund 014 was in NHS parking lot, it's $2,000. 018 Hillview Principal Fund is $920, and $300 is NHS Literary Magazine, and I'll never say this word right, Anthenium. Is that close, Laura?
Compendium?
Say it again?
What's the compendium?
No, it's A-N-T-H-E-N, Athenium, okay? That's the best I can do, $750. Item 2B is our first resolution to begin the process of renewing our 1% income tax. That probably should be voted on separate from the other 3 items.
We will accept a motion to approve treasurer's recommendations 2A through C. So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? Okay, call the roll, please, Jeff.
Mr. Blowers?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Harden?
Yes.
Ms. Nickam?
Yes.
Mr. Blind?
Yes. Jeff, 2D.
I make a motion on 2D.
Second.
Discussion, questions? Do you want to just explain the process from here to the ballot?
Yeah, the first thing I had to do was determine that we did need and want to renew the 1% income tax levy. It generates over $8 million a year for the school district, which if you want to put it in kind of simplified terms, that's at least 2 months, 2.5 months of our operation for our school district every year that it generates. Once we decided, yeah, we better renew that levy, then we have to go to the state taxation board, tell them that we're looking to renew the 1%. They tell us exactly how much that's worth to us, which is the $8 million figure you see in this resolution. You have the first reading of it tonight, pass this resolution, and I've got to send and certify this resolution back to the state taxation board. Then they come back with a second resolution, basically giving us permission to run it on the ballot. And then from that step on, it goes on the ballot for the March 15th election.
Strictly a renewal.
Strictly a renewal.
Any other questions? Okay, call the roll, please.
Mr. Harden?
Yes.
Ms. Nickam?
Yes.
Mr. Blowers?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Blind?
Yes.
Thank you.
On to item 3, superintendent's recommendations.
Under personnel, we have one retirement to recognize Beth Emerson, who was hired in August of 1993. And she has been in the special ed education student services department since. And she will be retiring at the end of the year, so we wish Beth well and thank her for her service. Item 3 is appointment and assignments. Item 4, supplemental contracts, and they are done a little differently this year on your agenda by group and alphabetical by group according to the contract. Item 5, salary and position adjustments. We talked about Beth Emerson retiring. Lisa Gebhardt is under here. She will move over to the Medicaid reimbursement secretary position in the student services department. So basically, she's just moving across the hall. Lisa's a wonderful lady, and it's kind of, if you watch her move, she was Mindy Vaughn's secretary at Cherry Valley Elementary. Then she was Mindy Vaughn's secretary in the curriculum department. And Mindy moved over last summer, and now she's Mindy Vaughn's secretary in the student services department. So something tells me that she likes working for Ms. Vaughn that way, and then we will have an internal move over into the curriculum department with somebody who worked with Ms. Horgan years ago. And something tells me she liked working with Ms. Horgan. So 2 good ladies that treat their people well, and so we wish Lisa well and appreciate her moving across the hall. Item 8, we have, under other termination of employee, we have 1 employee listed under A for job abandonment, and then we have under B, dismissal of an employee 90-day probation. So items 1 through 8.
Actually, 2 under A.
Or 2 under A, yes, excuse me, yes.
So we will accept a motion to approve
Nickam?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Blowers?
Yes.
Mr. Harden?
Yes.
Mr. Blind?
Yes.
And under B, special education contracts, we have our normal list of schools, and these are for Newark students who are placed in other districts around the state. Under item 1, under item D, under business, advertising of bids, it's recommended that the Board of Education authorize the treasurer to advertise for bids for the following projects: construction of a new concession stand, and that is at the northeast corner, not the northwest. Thanks for the catch there, Mr. Blowing. Northeast corner, and renovations under the homestands of White Field, which basically, and each of you have new copies of the project, the updated copies of where we're at right now. The process is we're anticipating in early December that those drawings be complete and back to Dave and the district to look at, and then from that point, we would go out to bid and get a price. This does not tie the board to any specific project, so.
Items 3B, 1 through,
And also C and D.
yeah, 3A, C, and D. That's what we need a motion on.
Move.
Second. Discussion? Any call the roll, Jeff?
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Blowers?
Yes.
Mr. Harden?
Yes.
Ms. Nickam?
Yes.
Mr. Blind?
Yes. Board of Education reports and recommendations. Not aware of a legislative liaison report. Item B, intent to adopt board policies. It is recommended the Board of Education announce its intent to adopt the following policy. As shown in the appendix, an announcement be made that this policy will be available to the board, staff, and public for inspection from November 17, 2015 through December 14, 2015. File 8210, school calendar. And then item C, approval of revised administrative organizational chart. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the revised administrative organizational chart as shown in the appendix. Do we have a motion? So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll, please, Jeff.
Mr. Harden?
Yes.
Ms. Nickam?
Yes.
Mr. Blowers?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Blind?
Yes. Board discussion, we'll start in the meeting.
Okay, congratulations to the band on their superior, and congratulations to Warren Weber, our newest board member that will start in January. And one thing I was very excited about this month that I got to do is I attended this signing where Brittany Caton signed with Davenport University in Michigan to a pole vault for them. So it was very exciting that she received that scholarship.
Ditto on the band. Congratulations, Mr. Weber. Welcome. And looking forward to working with you.
Congratulations, Warren. I figured we had a chance. There were 3 of us. Shots.
But he beat us.
It was close. It was close. Very cool this past week being in some of the schools, seeing the Veterans Assembly. If you've not seen 75 or 80 kids waving flags and singing songs about America at the top of their lungs, it's a cool experience. You should check one of those out at one of our elementary schools. A wonderful time. And Liberty Middle School did a nice job also, their Veterans Day. Congratulations to the band. Very cool. Continuing a tradition that started before you were born. Nice job. And then just a little bit off the beaten path, there were a couple of ladies who were at the state volleyball tournament this weekend. Mrs. Ute and her daughter Taryn coaching Jonathan Alder. And so congratulations to the Ute ladies who were runners-up in the state volleyball championship. And I just thought that was a cool thing and great Great volleyball match, too.
Yeah, very. You catch them on Sports Time Ohio all month. Division II state championship game. Yeah, my wife didn't want to watch that yesterday. I watched a little bit, but very proud of my family.
A lot of great things going on around the district. Holiday stuff coming up. Find out what's going on in the school near you and go see that.
I pass. Jeff threw me off there. That hadn't happened. Okay. Few things as we wind down in the fall. I see Mark Keith back there. We're trying to get Owen to come tonight, but Owen's kind of quiet and reserved. He's not quiet on the cross-country course, which is very good. So Mark, congratulations to Owen, who was 15th, I believe 15th. He made the podium in the state of Ohio, Division I. You make the podium in any division, but that's just simply awesome. And had a chance to watch Owen a few times as he's making his little run towards the end of the season. And very good leader, Mark, of the program. And he's back. We have a lot of kids back next year. And I know how hard they work because we watch them come. They run by the building here, a whole pack of them. And what's really neat is Owen, who qualified for state, the very next week I saw a pack of kids, had to be 12 of them, running by with Owen, helping him train for the state meet. And that says a lot about our cross-country program, says a lot about our kids, and it says a lot about what our kids think of Owen. So congratulations, Mark. And maybe can you get Owen in here next month?
Sure.
See
I
to
didn't
it?
expect this.
Yeah, well, I saw you come in, I kept looking for Owen, so, but congratulations to Owen and the marching band. I know last week, Tim talked about our kids in the veterans programs and the community who come in and help us support that, but my hair was standing up last week at the Capitol building on last Tuesday. It was when we had our Carson Choir singing down there in the bottom of that, and thanks to Mr. Hottinger and Mr. Ryan, and the mayor of Newark even went along to watch that, and Mayor Hall is a big supporter of education in this town, and we appreciate that, but our kids sounded awesome, and which was unbelievable. They represent our district very well, and then they got a tour of the building and those type of things, so I was really proud of that. And Tim mentioned, Christmas will be here before long, so we got a lot of programs going on. And I reflected back to our programs from the fall, which were simply awesome in our buildings. And so we appreciate everything they're doing. The board passed the first resolution on the income tax tonight to put that on a ballot. And when Mr. Anderson and I were chatting about when we were able to put that on and stuff. It makes you think back, and I think back to July of 2009, which seems like years and years ago. I guess it was, but when I first came into building and those type of things, and so it made me think about where we were at as a district and as a community with education in the city, and where we're at now and where we're headed. And I'm very positive about the direction the district's headed, and I'm very thankful to nearly 800 employees and 6,500 students and 40-some thousand community members and the businesses that we have here, and a lot of good people on our Board of Education that's worked very hard to put us in the position we're in financially, to be on a renewal in 2015. Well, it'll be 2016 when you pass new money in 2009. And look around the state of Ohio, that doesn't happen very often. And not only are we renewing money and not asking for new money, but I really believe that our programs are improving and our staff is moving in the right direction. And I want to just thank our students, our staff, our parents, and our community for the support that we get here in Newark.
I'll just sort of say ditto to what everybody else has said about all the activities and all the accomplishments of our students. I'm not going to bore you with repeating them. I'd like to offer sympathy to the Gillespie family. It's always such a tragedy, and our thoughts and prayers go out. Winter activities are starting. As a matter of fact, both the boys and girls play tomorrow night in the foundation game. A lot of winter activities getting underway. Check the schedules and go out and support our students. And I'd just like to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and take some time, think about all that you have to be thankful for. And with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn to executive session.
Can I mention one other thing? I'm sorry. It's very important. You know, we passed a resolution on Whitefield tonight. This Saturday, we will be hosting our 4th state event at that facility. We hosted 2 soccer matches. We hosted a football game last weekend, and we're hosting a football game Saturday with another week still eligible to host after that. And so it's really neat that we're bringing out-of-town people, sports fans, into our community. And when they come here for a Saturday night football game, they also stop at a restaurant and those kind of things. And it's really neat for them. I've had a lot of positive comments from people out of our area about the way our field looks. But it's neat for them to get in the downtown area to see the way the city of Newark is looking these days. So I'm sorry about that. I wanted to mention that.
And plus, it's our boosters over at the concession.
It's our boosters are making money from parking and the concession stands. And I can share with you that Jeff Quackenbush and his wonderful assistant Pam Evans are really working overtime, so to speak, to make those things happen. So we appreciate all their effort.
Okay, with that, I would accept a motion to adjourn to executive session for the purpose of hearing an expulsion appeal.
So moved.
Second. Call roll, please.
Ms. Nickam?
Yes.
Mr. Harden?
Yes.
Mr. Blowers?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. Blind?
Yes.
Going into executive session at 6:52.
No business afterwards, no. I'm going to do this.